Are you tired of high school anime where the two people take several light years to confess under the cherry blossom tree? Then do not fret, because today we're going to see 10 anime where the couple is married and decides to spend some productive married life. Are you ready to get engaged? Well, let's get started. Number 10, Love is Like a Cocktail. What is the first thing you do as a married couple? Love is Like a Cocktail says your biggest priority should be to consume as much alcohol as you can. You thought the husband was the drunk guy? Oh no. This time our good old hard-working office wife who changes her personality completely after one drink. Our wife here is an average office worker who says she doesn't like alcohol, but turns out she likes alcohol, and when she drinks, she adopts a totally different persona. Our husband loves to see this persona, so she gives her more stuff to drink. See? That's the type of husband you should be. Needless to say, this belongs to the romance comedy category, so don't go expecting day-to-day marriage troubles here. You know what they say. Divorce is far away when alcohol is on the way. Don't ask me who said that. Number 9, I can't understand what my husband is saying.
面白いの?
面白い。
真っ白ちゃんは俺の嫁!
お前の嫁は私だろ!
We've got 2 marriage rom-coms in a row because I need to start off things with some lighthearted drama before we get into the tragedies. I can't understand what my husband is saying about a wife who can't understand what his husband is saying. Why? Because her husband is an otaku, and don't worry, our wife is a drunk too. I don't know why, but Japan seems to love drunk wives in their anime. But this time our wife is the normal-looking person in the relationship. She's a hard-working office lady who lives a normal life while her husband is a straight-up otaku who is holed up in his room while making a living using his blog. Just like Love is a Cocktail, this is also a slice of life anime that shows the daily challenges our husband and wife have to face while meeting new people around them. Number 8, Final Approach. Here's another one of those anime where a girl suddenly lands on your doorstep and says, "Hey, future husband, we've got a new law in Japan that says everyone should get married. So it is about time you and I exchanged wedding rings." I know you've seen that kind of premise a million times before, but when it comes to an anime like this, one thing that makes Final Approach stand out from the rest is the comedy. Most of these rom-coms just keep repeating the same jokes over and over again, but the jokes tend to get more original and refined when a girl lands on your doorstep with a marriage certificate. And don't worry, we've got a sister too. Does this mean a love triangle inside the house? Well, watch the anime and find out. Number 7, The World is Still Beautiful.
私の運命。
遠路はるばるご苦労だった。
If you're tired of husbands and wives in normal worlds, then meet the husband and wife of your fantasy world. This time, we've got the sun and rain. Now, before you click the skip button, just hear me out. Once upon a time, there lived a queen who has the ability to control the rain. So as long as the queen of the country can control the rain, the kingdom can live in peace. Am I right? Yeah. But the thing is, this short dude wants the queen as his wife, so no more rain for the kingdom. What's also ironic is that this short bastard is the prince of the Sun Kingdom, so that kingdom only has the sun. Now the queen is set to marry the sun prince, so the Sun Kingdom can finally have rain again. But it turns out the prince of the Sun Kingdom is not so sunny after all. So it takes some time for the two to get together. Number 6, my wife is the student council president. I guess the title speaks for itself. The wife of this dude over here is the student council president. Now, what's the problem? 1, this was an arranged marriage, so the guy never knew he was about to get a wife until the wife appeared on his doorstep. 2, the wife is his rival at school, so can 2 rivals finally become lovers? Well, this anime we're speaking about, so of course they can. And turns out the student council president is more energetic than we thought. And that's a good thing. My only problem with my wife is the student council president is that the episodes are too short. Otherwise, you get this nice and cute anime with comedy, ecchi, and wholesomeness jam-packed within its 10-minute runtime. Number 5, Engaged to the Unidentified.
小紅は小紅だぞ。
I know these two are still in the engagement stage, but this still counts. I mean, the two are living together. They have an annoying sister. It follows the plotline of every "oh my god, my marriage partner ended up at my doorstep" story ever to be told. Engaged to the Unidentified is about Kobeni Yonomori, who one day finds a fiancé and a sister-in-law right on her doorstep. This time, the mastermind behind the plan is their late grandfather, because the old guy simply cannot die in peace without pushing her into other trouble. Turns out her future husband Hakuya Mitsumini and his younger sister Mashiro have moved from their countryside home to the Yonomori household in order to get more acquainted with their new family, and now she is forced to live with them. If you want a dysfunctional family whose main job is to make us laugh, then this is the show for you. Number 4, Taisho Otame no Otogi Banashi.
君は
はじめまして、玉彦様。私、名をゆずきと申します。玉彦様のお嫁さんになるために。
We've spoken enough about old anime, so let's move on to something new. No need to say, this is one of those sad boy, cheerful girl love stories everyone likes to watch every once in a while. This guy is too depressed, but then a cheerful waifu lands on his doorstep and says, "Bro, you need some color in your life." Soon his isolated life in his little lonely house is filled with more cheerful energy as his future wife becomes the most wholesome thing in existence. Then a few others come into the house as well, but our main girl still gets to keep her best girl status. This is one of those shows that has the potential to get a season 2, so make sure to give it a watch. Number 3, In This Corner of the World.
姉ちゃんの炊いた飯にしてはあんまり焦げとらん。
こら、周作。
お姉さん、おかげさまでこの通り着物が直せました。
First off, I need to mention this isn't like the other shows we've talked about. Instead of diving into romance and comedy, this straight up dives into war. And it tells the story of a girl who's forced to marry a guy she barely knows and then has to survive the war that comes straight to her homeland. This is one of those heartwarming old movies that you should definitely watch. It weaves the story while making war the central theme of the narrative, and all of this is told through the eyes of one innocent girl named Suzu Urano. The first part of the movie is all about Suzu trying to blend in with her new family, so it's going to be wholesome. And then the second part comes along and the whole tone of the show becomes way more darker and brutal. It's like listening to a nursery song and then suddenly switching to Attack on Titan's My War opening. Number 2, Tonikawa.
さっき婚姻届を出したってことは、僕はあの子と結婚したってことだよな。
There's no wonder this was called the most wholesome show of 2020. Tonikaku Kawai doesn't show how the main character and his love interest get together, but what happens after they are legally married and live in the same house. What's more funny is that this all happened because of Truck-kun. Yes, you heard that right. For the first time, we have Truck-kun uniting people instead of killing them off. It's the definition of a wholesome romance anime everyone has been searching for in their life. It starts off with an incident, but evolves into a marriage and then into the survival of a cute, awkward couple inside this small home. The only flaw I see here is that we never get a season 2. The manga's still running, so let's hope the anime gets a second season soon. Number 1, Clannad After Story.
我が古川ベイカーズの勝利を祝して乾杯！
I told you, we started this list with comedies and now we're going to tragedies. Clannad After Story, just like the name implies, happens after the original Clannad story. After the end of their high school lives, Tomoya Okazaki and Nagisa Furukawa are married and lives happily ever after. But the problem is, happily ever after doesn't count when you reach the ending. Without spoiling anything, let me tell you that the ending is going to break your heart. So go with a tissue box. Oh no, you know what? Make sure to book an appointment at your nearest hospital because you're going to need a heart surgery after watching this anime. You're going to laugh, you're going to cry like a little baby, and in the end, you're going to thank Kyoto Animation for delivering us this masterpiece.